What are you doing? What are you doing? Am I an obstacle course for you? You're funny. This is the set from the back. It's all tall and stuff. I sit out here before the first blackout to enter through this door, and I don't see what it looks like until I get through the door, and then I'm on the other side. Look! Look! It's a beautiful set! It's so large! The green tree that I always start vlogging while I walk under it has turned yellow, so that's a development. It's a stressful week this week, not least because there is an election today, but also tomorrow we open hay fever, so cracked out the vest today. Not much to say or show you, but I guess just taking note of this interesting moment in my semester. Nothing of note to say at the moment except that this moment is notable. And it's also a beautiful day. So guess what I'm getting to do this afternoon? I have a theater internship. Technically, it's lights and sound. So any lights or sound that we have to set up for a show, I come in 2 hours a week and do whatever needs to be done. Well, this week, Simon, my character, is an artist. And during Act 3, he carries in a finished picture to show to the family. So I'm getting to watercolor this picture for my theater internship of this picture that I will then get to carry on stage and present as my character's illustration. So that's pretty fun. Let's just hope this doesn't turn out a disaster. Although if I don't get the skin tone quite right, my line is literally, I'm going to alter Helen's face, it's too pink. So, you know, I don't have to go easy on the pink. And we're done with the face. Should the hair be blonde or brunette?
I wasn't old enough in 2016.
You making biscuits? Really getting into it now.
He's like, he's getting that elbow grease in there. Sometimes he does it with his back feet too.
Look at
He's
him
gonna
go.
be crazy.
He loves
I literally
fascinating.
put feet on
They're so fascinating.
them. You are old.
They're still pretty good though. They're still pretty.
It's kind of weird. I don't really know how to feel about it.
Like it was like that when I moved in. So.
Okay.
So let me tell you this story. It's so funny. Mother comes in and she goes, "You look awfully dirty, Simon. What have you been doing?" Get this. I said, "Not washing very much." Oh me. Are you ready for this? You know what it's time for. Danielle, opening night emotions in one word. Molly, opening night emotions.
Screwed up my eyebrow.
No, that wasn't my word. My words.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Spicy.
Literally.
Paige, I'm
not
looking
yet.
at you. I'm looking at you.
I'm almost Sorrel. I'm almost Sorrel. Not you. Like that. I'm just happy to be here.
Excited.
Are you ready, Sorrel?
My name is Sorrel Bliss. My one word is fantabulous.
Fantabulous.
Words. Masses and masses of words.
Exciting.
Well, I can't see you anymore, but what's your opening night emotion in one word?
I'm feeling pretty good, you know? Michigan, Wisconsin, love ya. But, yeah, I'm feeling good.
And what's your opening night emotions in one word? I can see part of your forehead in the red light.
Ready.
Appropriate, with the one word thing, with the red light in the upper forehead. Elizabeth?
Appendicitis.
That's not an adverb.
Excited.
Yay.
This is my Act 2 costume, by the way. Ah, yes. Bow tie and suspenders.
Squish, this is an intervention. Hey, everyone, we're having a little intervention for Landon.
A little what? Wait.
A little intervention.
An intervention? What's it?
He needs to wash his freaking mask.
Oh, stinky.
For how long is it?
30 seconds, a minute.
Okay.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Okay.
And start. Yeah! Oh, this isn't so bad.
Point those toes, Ryan!
Shoot. 30 seconds down. No, I'm not giving up. Yeah, next one, brother. This is on the mid. Let's go, guys. My tummy in.
The camera is shaking.
Sam, you have a really nice full setup. And we are officially halfway.
Okay, we'll do this.
30 minutes to
Back to mid angle.
Ooh.
What? That's the rule. Oh, lowest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's an app pump for you. How you feeling? Great. Feel pumped.
Oh my god! Why do I look like that?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Another day, another matinee call. This has been an incredibly fun show to work on. In fact, it's maybe my favorite character I've ever played since Too Much Light, which I don't know if you can qualify as that as a character, but it's a good break from all of the children and pudgy middle-aged men that I've played in the past. I feel like Simon's actually a lot like me, and he's really fun to play, just because he's so blasé and self-confident. I just get to like stride around the room and recline on chairs all the time. And he's also an artist, which works for me. And it's a funny show. The comedy still gets me sometimes, but it's not like an emotionally challenging show, so it's not super taxing, especially when I'm tired after classes. That's very nice to not have a super taxing show. And the cast is phenomenal. It's wonderful to have a cast like this that's so small and is made up of a bunch of people who just work really well together. It's a fun atmosphere, as I'm sure you can tell from the content of this vlog. It's been a very fun rehearsal process. Oh, and did I mention that I get to eat an entire meal for Act 3? I don't have a lot of lines in Act 3, and we're all sitting at the breakfast table, so I'm just sitting there listening to people jab on and argue with each other while I chow down on my eggs and bacon. And I love Matthew, the director. This is the first show he's done here at OBU. And basically what it all comes down to is I think I could do this show for a very long time and not get tired of it. I mean, especially if I was being paid for it. But there is just one thing that's bothered me. One question still swimming around in my mind. Why is it called hay fever? I know we talked about it at some point in the early rehearsal period, but I don't quite remember what we said it was, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask all of the cast members from both casts, the regular and the understudy cast, and see what they have to say. Shall we do it? So, cast of Hay Fever. Why is it called Hay Fever?
Well, it's called hay fever because,
You know, that's a great question.
I don't see any hay. Oh, isn't hay fever like some like disease?
It's interesting because whenever hay fever comes around in the times, you know, you get sicky because the weather changes and it's weird.
It's like something that makes you go crazy.
You get hay fever, your mood swings change or something like that. I don't know.
Because they live in hay and they all have fevers.
I don't even know what hay fever is.
I was told and I forgot.
Isn't it like you're in the hay too long or something?
You get hay fever from like flowers and stuff, which are really pretty and really inviting, but if you spend too much time around them, it'll make you sick. And I think that's kind of what happens to the guests.
You know, all of these guests come to the house, and then they stay for a little bit, and then they get to know the family, the crazy family, the Blisses.
All the Blisses are, you know, pretty and inviting, and they seem like it's gonna be so fun.
You get that nice spring weather and that nice like flowers and stuff.
And then they go, and it's not what they thought it was gonna be, and
They're just crazy.
The family is like a fever.
Because it's like the sickness, right? I don't know, they mention it in Tangled.
and they saw that one part where the guy sneezes, and then Flynn goes, "Hay fever," and he goes, "Yeah."
Obviously, the family is kind of delusional.
But then you start feeling the effects of it real quickly, and then it gets really annoying and no one likes it.
The family is insane, as if they have hay fever.
And they get tired of it and they start to get sick of them.
They're annoying and it takes forever for them to go away.
And so they leave.
So that's why we left.
Therefore, we actually give them hay fever. Not literally, but metaphorically.
Because horses get sick.
Or if you would like to interpret it as hay fever, you can also do that, but it's wrong, so.
It's just called hay fever because sometimes you think you're smelling something as sweet as a rose, like myself, but then it actually is not so sweet, and it gives you hay fever, much like the Bliss family. But I'm trying to be defense.
Lovely.
So it's called hay fever.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Fun week, show's closed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Sarah Kate, do you have an opening night emotion in one word?
What?
Do you have an opening night emotion in one word?
I don't know, I think. In